Hi guys, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Remake video. In today's video I'm going to show you where you can pick up all the weapons in Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've got 6 for each character. I'll skim over the ones that you find in the natural progression of the game, but yeah, if you do enjoy today's Final Fantasy VII Remake video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Final Fantasy VII Remake content, and with that being said, let's mosey. So firstly we're going to go through Cloud's weapons. The Buster Sword is Cloud's starting weapon, so no problem in finding that one. The Iron Blade is just a natural progression weapon that you get in Chapter 3. The Nail Bat is the first one that's not through the story content, but this can be quickly and easily picked up in a side quest called Kids on Patrol in Chapter 8. It's in the Sector 5 slums, and you squeeze through the alleyway where you'll find like the kids' hideout, and yeah, you can initiate the Kids on Patrol side quest there, and on completing it you'll pick up the Nail Bat. The Hard Edge you can actually pick up from the War Market weapon shop, which is available in Chapter 9 I believe is the earliest you can get it, but yeah, you just have to simply go there and purchase it and you'll pick up the Hard Edge. And it's a similar story with the Mithril Saber. You can pick it up from the same weapon shop, but just in Chapter 14. That's a chapter just before you head over the wall, so when you get to the point where it asks you to go over the wall, you'll be able to pick up the Mithril Saber. And finally, the Twin Stinger is probably just as easy to find as it is to miss, and you can find that in Chapter 17 when you get to the 3rd level of the drum, which is the place where Hojo puts you through the test with the 4 doors. And upon killing the first MOTH unit, you'll go through the doors, and this chest here will have the Twin Stinger. Obviously for me, I've already got it, I just wanted to come and show you guys, but yeah, this is where you'll pick up the Twin Stinger. Now moving on to Barrett, the Gatling gun is his starting weapon. The light machine gun you'll receive as a reward for completing Chapter 6, so just natural progression. The Big Bertha is purchased in Chapter 13 from the weapon vendor in the ruined playground after the Sector 7 evacuation. Where the iconic Cloud and Aerith scene takes place, you just need to go south of Wall Market and you'll find the weapon vendor there. Now the steel pincers you can get from the Moogle merchant in Chapter 14. It's the one that's in the kids' hideout in Sector 5 slums, but you can't pick this up until Chapter 14. The Wrecking Ball you have to complete the side quest called Subterranean Menace, and to do that you must go back to the park to initiate this side quest, and basically you take the tunnel that's underneath the climbing frame and you take the route to the bottom and you'll fight a behemoth, and upon killing him that will complete the quest, return to the surface and speak to the guy outside. And finally, Barrett's EKG cannon, which I actually missed through the first playthrough, and the reason why is because I didn't want to part with 10,000 gil, but you'll pick this up when you meet the Mayor Domino in the Shinra Tower in Chapter 16. His assistant outside the door will offer you a hint for 10,000 gil. If you actually pay him, he'll give you the EKG cannon. Now moving on to Tifa, her leather gloves are obviously the ones she starts with. The metal knuckles, it's just a natural progression thing. You've just got to kill the Crab Warden in Chapter 5 and they'll just automatically be added to your inventory. The Sonic Strikers are actually found in Chapter 7. It'll be in the hallway between B6 and B5 of the Airbuster labs, and it's before you get to Airbuster, so if you do get to him, you know you've gone too far. Now the feathered gloves are found in the sewers in Chapter 10 once Don Corneo's dropped you through his trapdoor, and once you drain the first water basin you want to head down into it and you'll find a purple chest which holds the feathered gloves. Now a Mithril Claws you'll obtain after defeating the failed experiment in Chapter 13, so it's just a part of the natural progression. And finally, Purple Pain. This one again I missed, but you know in Chapter 16 when Tifa's going across the lampshades and then you've got to work your way back up, well straight away when you jump up on the car and head up towards the first ladder, if you don't go up the ladder you can actually jump across on the platform there and basically take the monkey bars over to the purple chest, which you'll pick up her Purple Rain gloves. Moving on to Aerith, her guard stick is a starter weapon. The silver staff you'll get in Chapter 9, and you can purchase it from the Moogle vendor in the Sector 5 slums in the children's hideout. Once you've unlocked the hideout by completing the Kids on Patrol mission that we were talking about earlier, you'll be able to buy it straight from the Moogle vendor. Next up's the Arcane Scepter, and basically depending on your choices you made in Chapter 9, you'll either have a She as a counter attack or a dynamic body side quest. Completing either of them will give you the Arcane Scepter. The mithril rod can be found in the train graveyard in chapter 11. Now right at the very start you're going to climb this ladder and you can actually see the chest on your right hand side. All you need to do is follow it through the first train cart, straight over into the second, and you'll find the treasure chest. The bladed staff is probably the most missable weapon in this game, and it's because you actually have to steal it from Eligor in the chapter 11 boss battle, and it's right at the end of the train graveyard section of the game, so you actually get 2 of her weapons from the train graveyard. But yeah, as I say, this is probably the most missable, so if you've picked this up without checking, kudos to yourself, because this is one that I was lucky to pick up first time round just because I was assessing everything and I noticed it said droppable items. So yeah, if this is the one you were stuck on, I hope that helped. And finally, the reinforced staff. Now this is in Hojo's lab as soon as chapter 17 starts, and it's actually in the room that Cloud wakes up on the bed. It's just sitting in the purple chest there. So anyway, that completes the weapon guide for you all. Hope you did enjoy this. If you do, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Final Fantasy VII Remake content, and with that being said, take care.